Well, it's another beautiful and sunny day in California today. Hey guys, in this video I'm going to be talking about waxing your car. This video is intended and designed for the amateur do-it-yourself at home. First of all, paint jobs. Which one is on your car? There's two different kinds. There's an acrylic enamel and there's a base clear. Most new cars today have a base clear, such as my Cadillac has a base clear. To find out which one you got on your car, open one of your doors, go to the inside part of the door jamb with a cotton cloth with some wax, put a decent amount of pressure and rub it. If the cloth is the same color as your car, then you got an acrylic enamel. So, next, now we're going to talk about the process to work up to waxing your car. First of all, you would wash it thoroughly, you polish it, and then you wax it. Some people think that polishing and waxing is the same thing, but it's not. So first of all, you need a good soap. This is a specific car shampoo. Do not ever use dish detergents, no matter if it's biodegradable or not, whatever it may say. Do not use anything else but car soap, car shampoo. It's the only thing you should be using on your paint job, regardless if it's an acrylic or if it's a base clear. So after you wash it thoroughly, wash it properly, then you would polish it. In the polishing process, there's different methods that you can use, and specifically to the damage you may have on your car, then you would determine what you need to do. For blemishes and scratches that are a little deep that you cannot get out with just by washing it or any things that are not just like tree sap or grit or something like that. I'm talking about blemishes, abrasions on your paint job or on the clear coat. You would use a rubbing compound. This is a demonstration of how the rubbing compound can be used to fix minor blemishes on the paint or on the clear coat of your vehicle. And you would do this in the stage of polishing and prepping the surface to be waxed as the final process. So we have a pretty deep scratch here that no wax is just going to take out on its own. So I'm going to apply a little rubbing compound. And we have all this is just a piece of a t-shirt, of a 100% cotton t-shirt. And it's ideal for the rubbing compound. And all it takes is a fine rubbing compound. There's a more super heavy duty one that's equal to 1200 grit sandpaper, and that's not necessary. So what that's doing, it's basically cutting the scratch and cutting through, and it's polishing out the abrasion. And as you can see, the abrasion is completely gone. And rubbing my hand over it, it's not even felt where it was. This polish is intended for swirl marks, for hairline scratches, or any other type of damage like that. Road grime as well. Brake dust that's built on heavy that didn't come off in the washing process. The polish will get rid of all of that. And there's two different browns I recommend for two different reasons. First of all, the Mother's brand is the cheaper one, but it's very high quality and it works well. I've always had good results, and it is highly recommended. It's called Mother's. It comes in a red bottle, and it's always this shape. It's easy to find. You can even get this at Walmart, or you can get it at any auto parts store. Will have Mother's brand in a bottle like this. And if you want a higher quality one, but it's much more expensive, and the result is not drastically different, you can spend more money and buy a brand made by Pinnacle. And the specific name of the product is Pinnacle Brilliance, and that is a good polishing thing to use as well. So in the process of using the rubbing compound or using the polish is where you would actually put all the work into it. That's where you would prep the paint to make it look completely smooth, make it completely shiny and clean. The waxing process is solely, now listen up here, the waxing process is just to protect the work that you've already put into the car, and it gives it that final brilliance that you expect after waxing your car. If you don't follow the steps I told you and you don't do it right, and you try to apply the wax to remove this, to remove that, to take off a scratch, you're putting all this 1,000 pounds of pressure on it, all you're going to do is make your paint job look like crap. And you're not going to have that glass shine that you're trying to achieve. You got to go through washing it properly, removing abrasions with the rubbing compound like I showed you, and polishing it correctly to take everything off of it. In some instances you would use a clay bar. It's a two-step process. You spray one section, and with a clay bar you break the paint. It takes off all that gritty stuff that you may feel after you wash it. You rub your fingers, you find gritty stuff, or you feel it even if you don't see it. Well, the clay bar will take all of that off. And during that whole process is where you just prep it. And the waxing job, like I said, protects all the work you put in. And it protects the paint job, and it gives you that glass finish that you're looking for. So, there's the polish. Now when it comes to the waxes, you have two choices. Today I'm going to give you the demonstration on the liquid Polymer Carnauba, which is this one. The second one is a paste wax. And they're applied and removed in the same fashion, but there's two different things about these two different types of waxes that you'll find on the market. This is more old-fashioned, using a paste wax. It will give you the highest amount of shine, whereas the liquid polymer will not give you the ultimate shine that a paste wax will give you. There'll be a little less shine with the liquid polymer wax, but it will last a lot longer. After several washes, you're still going to have the shine, and the paint will still be protected by using the liquid polymer. They're both have a Carnauba in it, but this is a natural Carnauba, where this is a synthetic Carnauba. So what I do is I apply the paste wax about once every 4 months, sometimes 4.5 months or so, 2-3 times a year. But the liquid Carnauba wax, I do that sometimes once a month, sometimes every month and a half. 2 months at the very most, I'll apply this at those intervals. And doing it in that fashion, it kind of bridges the gap between the two, where one fails, the other one picks up. What a lot of guys do too, which it's something you can do, is you can mix them. You can apply the paste wax and put that on the car, and also put on the synthetic. You can do that too. It's not going to damage your paint. So either way, that's what you can kind of do to bridge the gap between the two. This one is a very good one to use because of the level of protection, and it's so easy to apply. A lot of you guys may not wax your car because it's so much work involved with the paste waxes. But using this regularly, there's very little prep you have to do beforehand if you use it regularly, and it's so easy to apply, like I'm going to show you now. Okay, so let's apply the liquid Polymer Carnauba Wax. First of all, shake it well. Use a 100% cotton applicator. Get a little on there. And since it's the first application, you want it all over the applicator, so you dab it on the car, on the surface you're going to be working with. And use straight lines. Contrary to popular belief, do not use swirl marks, and do not apply 1,000 pounds of pressure to this. You've already done that in the preparation process. Remember, all you're doing is protecting the work you've already put in. Use straight lines, whether vertical or horizontal, just use straight lines. No pressure needed. And this same goes for the paste wax or liquid polymer, whichever one you choose to use. With the liquid polymer, you don't need to let it set or dry out a little or nothing. All you do is you put it on, and then you're going to buff it out with a 100% cotton microfiber cloth. And you take off the wax in the same direction that you've applied it. No pressure needed as well. Don't need to sweat or break your back with it at this point. And then turn the cloth around and go a little faster this time. It's a little faster that way. Get that final buff and the shine, and it's as smooth as glass. Not one blemish, not one hairline scratch on there, by doing it properly. So that's it. Any questions that you have on your paint job or problems with your waxing jobs, or if you have any comments, please put them in the comments box or private message me. And comment, rate, subscribe. Have a good day. Thanks.